Se você gostou da run de SB5, é só dar um follow ou digitar exclamação R no chat. Agora colocar OutRun. Opa, temos imagens aí da corrida.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Retrothon 2021. My name is huds601 and I'm very pleased to bring to you guys today the Sonic 3 Air Amy New Game Plus glitchless race. First of all, I'd love to introduce my fellow
GLGL para os runners.
In the top right-hand corner, we have Terravin from Canada. He is the current world record holder of this category. He's been up since 3:30 AM for this run, so hopefully myself and the other runner, who I'll introduce in a second, might have half a chance here. The other runner at the bottom you can see there is RPG Hidden Wizard. He is the creator of the wonderful Colin enhancement pack for Sonic 3 that you're going to hear today. He's also currently the third fastest person on this board. And myself, I'm RGLtv, I also run this game. I've got the second fastest time, and I'm going to try and not screw up on this particular race. So just quickly, for all of you out there, what is Sonic 3 Air? So if you don't know, Sonic 3 Air, or Angel Island Revisited, it's a fan-made remaster of the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Sega Genesis. It features a load of quality of life updates, such as widescreen support, as you can see. It's also got loads of bug fixes from the original game. It's got new features for Sonic, like the drop dash and the peel out from Sonic Mania and Sonic CD, respectively. You got Tails Flight Assist, in-game menuing, cutscene skips, loads more. We're going to be running this on the brand new preview that was only released around about 6 days ago, because it's got some fairly major cutscene skips near the end of the run that, you know, saves us around about a minute and a half now. But anyway, let's get ourselves ready. I'd love to introduce your two commentators for this race. We have Hypnotics, who you saw earlier, and we also have Tej. Hello, chaps.
Hello.
Fantastic. So they're going to be the ones guiding you through this race, because obviously being a race, we can't do it ourselves. So I think all of the runners are ready. So yeah, I'll leave it to you guys to give us a countdown.
All right. Right, everyone ready yet? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bazinga.
GL.
Good luck for runners.
Have fun, everyone.
O jogo, né? Esse Sonic 3, Angel Island Revisited, eles fizeram nos moldes de como o Sonic e Knuckles iriam sair na época. No caso, o Sonic 3, e eles arrumaram bugs, entre outras coisas, e adicionaram coisas novas também. E eles vão jogar com Amy no New Game, que é a categoria.
At the same time, making their way up to the boss of the first act. Very simple boss, 6 hits and done. Not really much to it, and that is Terravin finishing first with huds601.
Bom, os três já terminaram, mas com Terravin na frente. E já está no ato 2. Os outros dois já também começaram o ato 2, mas com Terravin ainda na frente.
Quite a package. You can jump super high with her hammer jump, the little gliding that she can do swinging the hammer. It's incredibly overpowered when it comes to using hyper Amy. So this game is going to be even faster, even though like this is glitchless. We're not going to be doing any fancy wraps, any fancy zips, but well, unless one of the runners, you know, decides to go a little bit fancy, but they'll be avoiding that at the very least.
I mean, they could be using the superior character Knuckles. What would you say on that, Hibs?
Não, eu estou estranhando os efeitos sonoros desse jogo que eles decidiram colocar. E Terravin já está lutando contra Robotnik, que já derrotou. E agora Huds. E RPG por último. Ok, agora Hydrocity Zone. Opa, sem querer entrou no Garden Zone.
but it's also a very short stage.
E com isso o RPG agora passa o Huds, já que Huds se embananou. E Terravin ainda na frente.
You'll notice that both of us have avoided addressing Hydro by its full name. We don't
Eu só não esperava que o jogo tivesse essa opção de efeitos sonoros.
We don't want to start this debate in the comments.
No, but it is Hydrocity.
It is Hydrocity.
Ok.
Thank you, Huds. I'd say that's a
Terravin já está enfrentando
Hydrocity.
já o boss e já conseguiu passar a fase. Huds e RPG também no boss.
Already finishing the boss.
RPG já finalizou.
And Huds also at the boss.
E agora Huds.
That menuing mistake costing Huds second place there at the moment. Terravin into Hydro 2, making light work of the like escaping the wall that closes.
Ok, Terravin teve problemas ali por conta,
That's fine. You only have to wait.
mas ainda está na frente.
So,
Enquanto isso, o RPG e Huds logo atrás.
commentary would be eager to explain how the cycles work in this level. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So if you land on that very first platform at say 20 seconds, they work in 3-second increments, so you can use the maths there to work out on the very last platform that you get to before the boss, roughly where it's going to be on the right hand side. So if that bottom platform is there at 20 seconds, you get to the next one at say 2 minutes 20, then you know that platform is going to be in the same place. So exercising what Huds likes to call quick math.
Ok, Terravin deu
Working out where your platforms are.
pausa ali para poder posicionar do jeito certo.
Bless him, it's like 5:30 in the morning.
This is true.
E hora do Botnik.
So there is, in terms of awareness, Terravin might be a little bit sleepy when it comes to
Ok, Terravin já derrotou o Botnik, enquanto Huds e RPG ainda vão chegar ainda na luta ainda contra o Botnik, mas Huds agora na frente.
Done with the boss, he'll be going into Marble Garden 1. Definitely one of the less fun stages, in my opinion.
Enquanto isso, o Terravin já está passando uma zona já.
do well in honesty. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to maneuver around, but I think nailing it.
Yeah, once you get good at it, it's fine, but it's just one of the harder stages to optimize.
So we see that every so often they are trying to make an effort to go to the big rings in some of these stages so that they can instantly get 50 rings and quickly activate their hyper abilities.
And as you'll notice, Huds
Ai meu Deus, esses efeitos sonoros que colocaram ficou muito bizarro. Bah, é engraçado.
because it gives her enough height when she's hyper to be able to do so.
Ok, Huds se atrapalhou ali enquanto o Terravin já está finalizando a fase.
Terravin already at the boss there. Terravin's on very good pace at the moment. Considering he's been up basically all night, bless him.
Nice 20 seconds.
Ok, Huds ainda na frente, mesmo errando. De RPG, e RPG ainda em último.
RPG, bearing in mind that there was a slight delay.
Enquanto Terravin já está no ato 2.
Huds might just be a couple of seconds ahead in terms of starting. But RPG and Huds, I mean, ignore me. Just pretend that it's a really close race between those two at the moment because they are doing very well, very tight. Terravin seems to be sort of not running away with it yet. Anything can happen.
Yeah, in terms of their PDs, RPG and Huds are very close as runners anyway. Huds recently reclaiming the second spot on the speedrun.com leaderboards for this particular category. Terravin is the current world record holder, and he reclaimed world record at a previous race.
Yes, indeed. So he
E
recently, well, all three
olá, Saulo.
another speedrunner of Sonic 3
É que Sonic 3 tem suporte a mods, incluindo pacotes de música e efeitos. Se não me engano, foi o The Wizard que fez o som de pé. Obrigada pela informação, Saulo. E bom dia. Isso explica porque eu tô achando muito hilário e estranho ao mesmo tempo esses efeitos sonoros. E o próximo jogo será Sonic Robo Blast 2?
Big mistakes yet from anyone?
It's all been looking smooth from all ends, as you can see.
Enquanto isso, o Terravin já vai trocar já de zona e vai para Carnival Night Zone. Enquanto HUDs e RPG ainda estão na luta ainda contra Robotnik.
At least on screen. At least on screen. I'm not sure about real time because we can't see the splits for all of our runners, but so Terravin making his way through Carnival Night 1 here, making a specific route to make use of getting as many rings as possible so you don't have to stop for this big ring here. And therefore getting a quicker time than you usually would.
I'm really glad that you took the lead with that one, because I was full on about to call this Casino Night, which it certainly isn't. Completely different game. So thank you for that.
That's okay. That's okay. I got you, baby. I got you.
You got me. So this boss, the spinning top, or is there another?
Ok, a Terravin já finalizou já de Carnival Zone. Ato.
So it should be quite straightforward. You can find yourself in a very sticky position with this boss as the...
Enquanto o RPG tá já batalhando contra o boss e HUDs, vai ainda fazer a luta.
The spinning top can find itself out of place and it not bouncing against the wall on the right. So it can sort of be flying around the stage.
Agora o RPG está em segundo lugar, enquanto o Terravin já está no ato 2.
Can I just point out, the other two are deafened right now and can't hear any of this commentary. I'm at a significant disadvantage of having to listen to these two right now.
HUDs. You're the one with the controller in your hand.
Ups, Terravin meio que se enroscou ali.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
You don't need to listen to us, HUDs.
Exclamation mark, blame HUDs.
There we go, a brief cameo from Knuckles. We'll be seeing him later on.
Yeah, the best character. Yeah.
Bom dia!
We'll break out the red carpet for Knuckles later.
Now a little bit of underwater section for Terravin. The chances of...
Ok, HUDs conseguiu passar sem bater ali. RPG e ainda em segundo lugar.
It will be coming down at some point, but shouldn't be too much to worry about on his end.
There's a very scary part about halfway through this underwater section where there's a small chance of a crush death against these two barrels. You'll see him on HUDs' screen in a second. If they're just even remotely on a difficult cycle, it can be difficult to navigate them without getting... And HUDs does it cleanly.
Very nice.
And Terravin at the Barrel of Doom, as we like to call it. Affectionately named for...
Ups, Terravin mais uma vez bancando ali
who never knew how to navigate that barrel.
no obstáculo.
Absolute hell.
So an interesting thing for everyone to be aware of is that you're going to see it in a second when we meet Knuckles again, the ability for us to skip the cutscene. The skip
E agora é hora de enfrentar Robotnik.
Amy from hyper back to normal. So we found in the latest preview, which is what we're running now, that if we hold that button for too long, it will detransform her. So we're all having to be very careful at the end here as to exactly how much of the cutscene we skip, so we don't accidentally.
Bom, Terravin vai agora para a Ice Cap Zone.
So hard with Amy.
Yeah, Amy unfortunately doesn't have enough height on her normal.
Enquanto... Eita, RPG ele tomou hit durante Robotnik.
Before he descends to pick up his big green ball, which which does make him very difficult.
Enquanto isso, o Huds já passa à frente de Terravin. Terravin tem que tomar muito cuidado porque não tem nenhum anel, senão pode morrer. Ok, conseguiu derrotar o Robotnik. Com isso, o RPG fica agora em terceiro lugar. E com isso, ainda Terravin ainda mantém a liberdade.
Quite a bit behind, and I think Huds might be in second place at this point. That'll be a nasty bit of time loss.
I didn't see that, but RPG can still make it up. He's not too far behind at the moment. I'd say he's roughly about 10 seconds behind Huds at the moment. So it's not the end of the world. There's still all to play for between the three runners. Terravin well ahead at the moment, but Huds keeping the pressure on him, keeping him honest.
Terravin getting through the swing section very nicely. There's something.
Ok, Terravin já derrotou o boss, já do ato 1.
I think you can say that for a lot of the Sonic 3 levels. There's still, yeah, there's a lot to like about Sonic 3. There's a reason why everybody holds the original game and this game in quite high regard.
Yeah, the levels have a really good flow to them.
Terravin já tá indo já para o ato 2, enquanto ainda Huds e RPG ainda nem chegaram no boss ainda. Ok, Huds acabou de chegar no boss. RPG ainda tem que chegar no boss. Huds já finalizou o ato 1, já vai se dirigir para o bem à frente, no ato 2. E a RPG ainda em terceiro lugar.
You have to change to hyper at a specific point through the loop in order to maximize your momentum and still keep the rings that you need as well.
It's interesting, TG. You're talking
Já Terravin já está enfrentando e já derrotou já o Robotnik. Huds e RPG ainda precisa ainda enfrentar o Robotnik ainda do ato 2. Ou não, infelizmente Huds tomou uma morte.
Oh, and Hud's taking a death. Oh no. This is exactly what we were talking about. The movement in that is so precise.
O Terravin já está na próxima zona.
Get that like exactly right to get the jump and the hammer twirl, then that is what happens.
Back at the start of the level, so that means that things have changed, have switched around with second and third place.
Interesting thing to note. So you'll see that Terravin is in launch phase 1.
Ok, RPG já chegou no Robotnik, enquanto o Huds, que agora está em terceiro lugar, precisa ainda chegar no Robotnik. RPG já derrotou, já vai se dirigir à próxima zona agora. Enquanto isso, o Terravin ainda não chegou ainda no final do primeiro ato. Huds agora acabou de chegar no Robotnik.
There are various other character mods that we have in Sonic 3 Air. We have Metal Sonic, we have Mighty. I feel like there are probably more. I believe there is a Shadow mod on the way. Some very nice work on the.
E agora a vez de Huds ir para a Launch Base Zone. Terravin ainda na frente. Agora mais um encontro com Knuckles, que decide explodir o lugar.
So another appearance from our king on Terravin's screen.
Salute.
We're not worthy.
E agora Robotnik.
No, they're not. They're not worthy of the red boy. I noticed Huds is wearing a red T-shirt in honor of our hero Nux.
Interesting. No pink from any of these runners. They obviously.
E ato 1 já finalizado ali para Terravin. Enquanto Huds e RPG ainda precisam derrotar ainda Robotnik. Enquanto Terravin já está indo para o ato 2.
So a quick restart to get around the checkpoint easily. Checkpoint? What am I saying? Cutscene.
Terravin will be looking to grab a big ring up on the left here, so he'll be taking the cup, jumping out, hammer twirling, and grabbing the big ring here. Now give him 50 rings.
Bom, a RPG já está enfrentando o Robotnik O Huds está ainda na tela da explosão.
And it's down at the bottom on the right. So after a little path swapper skip here, usually you take that path swapper, but because Amy's got a hammer jump, you could just jump straight over that.
Ok, o RPG já finalizou, enquanto o Huds agora está no Robotnik.
Terravin might be grabbing that. Clearly quicker not to.
Terravin já está bem à frente já.
Maybe some runners will go for that for safety.
Vai ser muito difícil ele perder
Feeling lucky, maybe he's feeling like he's got this in the bag. He can afford to.
E mais uma vez Robotnik. E pronto.
Boss of Launch Phase 2. And it's very easy boss, especially when you're hyper. As you can see, you just stand there, he takes damage. And here's a good example of a cutscene skip here. This in the original S3 and S3 and K was a long unskippable cutscene that was especially painful if you took a death from Big Arms.
E é claro, mais uma vez Robotnik.
Big Arms, here he comes.
Para Terravin.
Oh Lord, he coming. But because they have hyper, Big Arms is very trivial as a boss.
See Terravin waiting for the right time to turn hyper. There's no need to waste any more rings than you have to. After all of that time that is spent counting rings is very easily skippable in this game, which is always nice to see.
Ok, RPG já está enfrentando o Robotnik. Huds logo atrás. Enquanto isso, Terravin já terminou o ato 2. E agora Mushroom Hillzone para Terravin. Enquanto o RPG ainda tem que enfrentar e Huds também. Robotnik.
There's Knuckles. Thank you very much, King. And we pick up the super ring right at the start so that it gives us the rest of the level to go nice and quickly in. I believe Top Route is the most effective in aiming, so that you have all of this time and space to go nice and fast. Taking a couple of loops, not spending too long on that swing at all. It's interesting seeing just how close HUDs and RPG are in terms of their big arms fights. Be interesting to see how they come into the Sonic and Knuckles section of game.
Ok, Terravin já está enfrentando já o boss do ato 1. Já derrotou. RPG já iniciando o Mushroom Hillzone.
Terravin is already done with Mushroom Hill. That is very, very nice. As RPG is in the Sonic and Knuckles section.
Enquanto o Huds acabou de derrotar agora o Robotnik.
So that he gains a little bit of ground. Doesn't save too much.
Terravin já não, enquanto isso.
The seasons have changed for Terravin. He uses that nice mushroom bounce to get that spring over. Doing very well at the moment. One thing that I do have to say is that although Sonic and Knuckles gave me so much grief when I was younger, one thing that kept on bringing me back was this level, because I couldn't get on. But this is just the way that the color palettes change. It's just so, I don't know.
Ok, RPG já finalizou o ato 1.
Is hopefully gonna have to be. He's gonna be both. Well, the runners will be trying to skip this little section. The police section is made a little bit quicker in air as the.
Agora vai enfrentar o Robotnik e Terravin.
Very slow.
Já derrotou.
Terravin needing to get a second try on that.
Enquanto o RPG está fazendo a travessia.
Now for the second stage boss.
E Huds agora finalizando o ato 1.
The quick hits that we can get in before he flies.
Terravin já finalizou o ato 2. E agora em Flying Battery Sonic.
What our runners do in the start of this stage, so you'll be seeing a lot of similar moves from everyone. At the moment, as it stands, we have got Terravin 1 act ahead. He is in Flying Battery 1. We've got HUDs just started Mushroom Hill 2. an RPG not too far away from the boss as it stands, of Mushroom Hill 2. So again, RPG just playing it safe, not trying anything.
Ok, RPG já vai pra
Using the
Robotnik ali. Já derrotou, enquanto o Huds ainda tem que chegar.
in Hydro earlier.
Terravin ainda no ato 1.
As long as
Flying Battery Zone.
this section, the cycles aren't too much of an issue when it comes to playing with characters that might not be super or hyper.
RPG já finalizou o ato 2.
With her massive
Já vai para o Flying Battery Zone.
issue, but it looks like
Huds também já acabou de chegar no Robotnik.
quite nicely with that. Hugs with the pulleys. Everybody, we are, I believe in not too long we will be coming up to seeing the real hero of the Sonic 3 speedruns. I believe it's in the second act or the first act.
E Terravin já chegou já no boss do ato 1 de Flying Battery Zone.
I believe in act 2.
Huds vai agora no ato
And now,
do RPG, já tá
you know,
certa parte já.
this thing that whacks itself on the head, as you do.
Mr.
Eggman
Tickles.
is truly a creative genius.
Enquanto isso, Terravin esperando que o boss se mate.
A very stable genius.
E pronto.
So yeah, there's no fancy initiation.
Já finalizou o ato 1, Terravin.
You might have seen in glitched runs of Sonic 3 Air or Sonic 3. A lot of things translate between the two games, so if
Agora ato 2,
wondering how
o Flying Battery.
differentiate between the game with glitches, a lot of them do translate through, but they have their own sort of unique ways of pulling them off, I suppose. And not everything works between both games, but they do quite well either way. I'm just going to mute myself because I'm going to sneeze.
Yeah, so one of the major changes between the classic Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which you would have seen Joey Baby 69 run earlier, and Sonic 3 Air, is that
Ok, RPG já chegou
level wraps have
no boss.
in this, so we can't just skip whole levels by kind of going off the left side of the screen. So in Sonic 3 Air,
Vai esperar o boss se matar. Mesma coisa para o Huds agora.
In glitchless, we can't do any of those glitches, although we still have to be careful to avoid them because some are much easier to pull off than you might think. But yeah, here at the moment in Flying Battery 1, so yeah, you would have noticed a bit of a mix between all the runners in terms of how we do these levels. Obviously, the main aim for us is get Hyper Amy as fast as possible.
Terravin bem na frente.
So we can either get 50 rings by collecting them, or we can get 50 rings
RPG já finalizou o ato 1, já vai se dirigir para o ato 2. Huds também, logo atrás.
Flying Battery 1, as you just saw, we have to take a very specific route to get exactly 50 rings in the Room of Doom.
It's interesting that you
Opa!
mentioned it's
Terravin se atrapalhou ali, mas conseguiu sair. E Robotnik agora para Terravin.
All of them they have a bit of a reputation, it seems.
They certainly do. I mean, is it really a Sonic game if you can't go through walls, floors, and ceilings, Hibby?
Yeah, if you don't accidentally do it as well. Although actually, having said that, this has looked pretty clean and pretty valid from all of the runners in terms of avoiding glitches. So they don't want to be doing too much just in case something slips through the cracks. So Terravin on
E Robotnik já derrotado ali para Terravin.
the lasers. It's another why you hitting yourself sort of boss. The laser is slowly destroying the flying battery, of course.
Yeah, it's a bit of a recurring theme that you'll see in the second half of this game from Mushroom Hill onwards, that many of the bosses are what we might term as auto-scrollers. So a good majority of them, you kind of don't really have to do much, you're just waiting the whole time. One of the most notorious ones is coming up later in Lava Reef Act 2, and one of the benefits of this preview is
Só que agora ele vai enfrentar agora a segunda fase do Robotnik em Flying Battery. E agora eu tenho. Enquanto ainda Huds e RPG ainda precisa enfrentar ainda a primeira fase do Robotnik e Terravin já finalizou. Segundo o Robotnik.
There's a few couple of hits that you can save, and it's interesting. It seems like there are quite a few bits in the latest preview that do save time. So it'll be interesting to see how that is utilized with these runners. I think I don't run this game. I only verify for it.
Gente, escuta. Não, preste atenção no som do laser carregando. É muito hilário.
This is pretty much his child. is, dare I call it a meme? He might start attacking me if I call it a meme.
You can call it a meme if you want.
I'm gonna call it a meme. So Sando won.
Que som de laser carregando é esse? Meu Deus do céu.
Insight. You have a lot of time to talk whilst you're waiting for all story.
Se alguém fizer alguma coisa dessas com Super Mario, eu não sei se eu rio ou se eu choro. Porque Super Mario World tem muito efeito sonoro também. Principalmente os pulos do Mario, que você escuta o tempo todo. Ai, meu Deus.
Called the Sando 8, where effectively we run Sandopoulos Act 1 8 times in a row. It's now an official run on the speedrun leaderboard for the category extensions, and we also have
ai, meu Deus, esses efeitos sonoros.
100 times in a row. So Sando is very dear to my heart. It's a very technical level. It's a highly technical level. It really is.
Bom, agora todos estão em Sandópolis, mas com Terravin na frente ainda. E acabou de derrotar aí Golem.
The reason why I say that, if you have a look at how Terravin is doing at the moment, he is onto the boss of this stage. Everything else.
Enquanto ainda Huds e RGG ainda.
There are a lot of cycles, and you know how much Huds likes to cycle.
Terravin já vai para o ato 2,
Well, I mean, the boss is in this.
que é dentro da pirâmide.
So, Terravin could have done that a little bit quicker.
Sério, eu não esperava escutar um som desses de carregamento de laser.
He will be going on to Sando 2, and this is where things get funky. This stage gets
A modificação ficou hilária.
and you have the mechanic with the ghosts. So you'll see a lot of levers around that Amy can hang on to, and there are a lot of I don't know. I wouldn't call them levers because that would confuse things again, but little things that the runners have got to push to open doors. So they've got to be making sure that they do that long enough.
Só não tô entendendo os dois fantasmas ali voando ali na tela
Through the doors and
do Terravin, os fantasminhas ali.
every so often so that they can
Enquanto isso, Huds e RPG vão enfrentar o Golem.
isn't really much of an issue, so they can just go straight through if they need to. So a nice deep purple for Terravin.
Ok, os fantasmas somem depois que acende a luz.
Also,
Ok, mas achei estranho de qualquer forma.
there's a general hit stage, but I think it looks
Ok, o Golem já foi derrotado
it can,
tanto para RPG e Huds.
it takes my vote in this one. Although having said that, I will speedrun a game if it plays horribly, but it looks and sounds very nice.
Agora ambos vão entrar na pirâmide. Terravin já tá bem adiantado, já tá começando a escurecer de novo, os fantasmas estão já aparecendo na tela.
It actually makes it a really fun level to run. Just non-stop, fast as you can platforming.
Ai, ai.
Everything is very
Ah, se for que nem eu estou vendo aqui no Sonic 3, eu espero que seja bem legal,
again.
Saulo.
This has become very trivial when it comes to
Eu espero que seja bem legal, porque
very nice boss.
eu vou cair na risada ver o Mario com uns sons bizarros.
Again, another cutscene to skip. And on to Lava Reef.
Bom.
Lava Reef is I'd say, I don't know, it depends on your personal preference. Like, I think that this is one of the more fun stages when it comes to glitched, because there are a few, like, neat little tricks that you can do, sort of just phasing through the floor very, very smoothly, and yeah, just unique little tricks here and there. But in glitchless, you get to see it in its full beauty, and you get to properly listen to it. I know that the music that we are hearing right now is the enhanced music pack on Huds' game, so that should sound very nice. I'm sure Lava Reef.
Bom, Terravin ainda na frente, Huds agora em
on the stage.
segundo, e RPG,
The Lava Reef is
RPG em terceiro.
all of the runners being very careful near the end of Lava Reef 1 to slow down for a particular section. It was notorious for always crashing the game effectively. If you went too fast, the game would literally crash and hard lock. Thankfully, one of the best things about this preview, aside from the free time save for the speedrunners, is that a lot of those crashes that were caused by some memory issues have all been fixed. So there's one in Marble Garden 2 that's notorious right now.
Ai, meu Deus.
Lava Reef 1.
Porque seria engraçado se fizessem uma versão revisitada e colocasse justamente em torneio. Eu não sei o que aconteceria com cada um que comentasse a corrida sem acabar rindo com um som bizarro de Mario. Ai, ai. Bom, Terravin já terminou o ato 1. HUDs e RPG ainda atrás. Enquanto Terravin já tá no ato 2 de Lava Reef.
So Amy has dealt with Lava Reef 1 on Terravin's end. HUDs and RPG still very close when it comes to where they are in their runs. Almost in sync. But one thing that you can do...
E toda coisa que explode. Oh! Meu Deus do céu. Tava parecendo uma risada do Bob Esponja. Pior que eu faço a risada do Bob Esponja, mas eu não posso fazer agora. Simples assim. Porque senão eu acordo minha família.
Let's see where they are now, HUDs and RPG. Oh, it is very tight between the two. Ooh! There's some sync going on. There is some sync going on. I am very much enjoying how these two are getting on. I'm also keeping a close eye on Terravin. Terravin is making... That's it, it's definitely not flying back. Lava Reef 2, look like a cakewalk. Just looks so easy. Taking this little secret route, hitting the door. Very nicely done. Love back teach.
Sorry about that.
It's alright.
E é claro, o Knuckles dando uma pedrada ali agora não.
Picture hearing my game audio is that all of the sound effects have been replaced. So one of the great things about Sonic 3X.
Agora que eles estão falando dos efeitos sonoros. Enquanto isso, HUDs e RPG finalizaram agora o ato 1.
And he has replaced every single sound effect with his voice. And so, yeah, if you're hearing things that sound a little bit different from what you expect from a Sonic game, that's why. It's very popular amongst the speedrunners. We enjoy it, and it adds a little bit of fun to the run.
I think it's still got going on.
Que som foi esse?
Very tight between the two.
Yeah. The pair of them. I noticed the sync. Unfortunately, I couldn't put too much attention at the time. Terravin still zooming ahead.
Oh no!
Oh, and that's a crush death.
Oh, HUDs.
I went for it, and I shouldn't have gone for it.
HUD's going for the big boy moves there, and it didn't pay off.
The second place is very much
Meu Deus do céu. Esses efeitos sonoros.
Potentially. Gap between the two. Terravin it's another auto-scroller boss, but as we mentioned earlier, as HUDs mentioned, it is a little bit quicker due to this new preview. So...
Pronto, Terravin já finalizou o ato 2. E agora a Hayden fala se...
Very nice. This is a really good run by Terravin.
And now we're going to see another appearance from our king on Terravin's screen. Unfortunately, you know, if you guys want to avert your eyes, you're about to see some serious Knuckles abuse.
What a strapping red gentleman. I sure hope that Terravin treats him like a good man.
Terravin won't. Oh no. Serious Knuckles abuse right now. No,
Bom, a RGLtv tá em segundo. HUDs em último lugar. E agora o Robotnik rouba a Esmeralda Mestre.
sadly a necessity in this run. They could
E agora Knuckles vê que realmente o Robotnik que tá errado, não
have something against us.
Amy.
We are an oppressed fan group.
We are.
But
E agora
suffering from success really, because Knuckles is
Sky Sanctuary Zoom para Terravin. Enquanto o Dutch Egg se levanta ali ao fundo.
Like, catching back up to RPG there.
Yeah, closing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Terravin making use of that path
Enquanto isso, RPG no boss.
If you guys want to avert your gaze to RPG's camera right now, you can see he is looking very swag.
I say all this lava, it's getting a bit hot in here, don't you think? Get a little bit
It
of a
does
tan
get very
on.
bright. It does get very bright, you know. Catch some rays. Treat yourself on.
Ok, RPG já finalizou o boss. Enquanto o Huds ainda tem que fazer a luta.
He is in Sky Sanctuary. And as you can see, this stage is very vertically based. It reminds me of Knuckles' Chaotix.
Terravin's movement is almost flawless.
E hora do Metal Sonic.
Very smooth.
So using Amy's movement there combined with the hyper, you can skip two of the bosses.
E Metal Sonic já derrotado ali
Which are
para Terravin.
little Easter eggs of a Sonic.
Enquanto o RPG tá na luta ali contra o Knuckles.
boss fight.
Huds agora indo para a Hidden Palace.
Interestingly, as the two runners, Huds and RPG, were donning the sunglasses, it's obviously got a little bit cold for Terravin up in space, so he's donned the hat.
Ouch, Terravin tomou ali uma espinhada.
Character that is somebody's going to shoot me in the track.
I'm not sure either, but clearly that hat gives Terravin his power.
Somebody will correct me. Somebody should correct me. If anybody knows, then lend me your wisdom. But he is on.
Like Terravin losing his lightning shield there, this is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Because now he's going to have
Nossa, o Terravin vai precisar juntar muito, né? Se quiser passar sem problemas.
That would be a very difficult fight.
So just to point out what's on my screen at the moment, this Hidden Palace cutscene, we used to have to sit through pretty much all of it, and now it can be fully skipped. And as we go into Sky Sanctuary, the big
Bom, agora Huds vai para
Knuckles as well can also
enquanto o RPG ainda em segundo lugar já está passando pelo santuário.
Especially Amy floating at the end.
Ok, Terravin precisa só de mais alguns anéis.
Sylveon, thank you very much, everybody.
Pronto, já conseguiu o modo Super M. E agora hora de enfrentar o boss.
Terravin opting to get those ring boxes. He won't need them.
Pronto.
Should be fine.
O RPG já está enfrentando já o Metal Sonic.
Yeah, there we go. Amy's hammer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh wow, what a boss strat. That's incredible. Funny animations. I love that.
131 death.
Ok, agora RPG indo para o Touch Egg. Enquanto o Terravin já está no ato 2.
If you can make it look just as smooth in the second act.
Hudson RPG looking just.
Saulo, você sabe se o RPG fez algum outro...
Taking being in second of
alguma mudança de efeito sonoro em algum outro jogo?
Terravin, now
Além do Sonic 3?
there's a whole load of it's so cliche, but space. There is this game, this level is very open, despite the fact that it's supposedly on like quite a like compact metal like death egg. So
supposedly these small creatures can breathe in.
Não!
Game will have you.
Ó, pena então.
and yeah, Sonic can't swim. Unbelievable. So yeah, you'll see sections where there's just a whole load of nothing. One thing that Amy can do here is a nice.
O Terravin ainda na frente, enquanto o RPG vai fazer a... contra o boss do ato 1 do Death Egg Zone.
I don't know what character ends up using it, but
Tails.
yeah, there we go. So Amy,
Uau. Nossa, meu Deus do céu.
RPG, done red eye.
Quantos sons RPG fez, hein?
Okay.
Minha pergunta agora é essa.
Terravin onto Uwu Ball,
Uwu.
as we like to call it.
It do make that Uwu sound though. You'll be hearing it later on when Huds gets there.
Hopefully he doesn't do a HUDs and die to this boss.
Interesting, I was having a look at the task for the original game the other day.
Ok.
This boss
Robô já derrotado ali.
amusing.
E agora
When it comes to
é Amy correndo atrás do Robotnik. E é claro, o Robotnik consegue ser mais rápido do que o Sonic, do que Amy. E agora Terravin tem que enfrentar o Robotnik
The Terravin on
dentro de um robô gigantesco.
stage of the final boss, and that just involves spin
Enquanto vai destruindo os dedos do robô.
The optimal cycle
Ok.
is
Terravin já destruiu. Muito hilário, JP, essa corrida com esses sons.
cycle fingers. And now he'll be using Amy's hammer twirl here to get multiple hits on. Oh, and that was so cleanly done.
Bom, devido à luta local, tá todo se destruindo e
Hit him as he flies away. And because we're playing as Amy and not Sonic,
me salva a Esmeralda.
Doomsday Zone.
1, 2, and that is a GG.
E GG para Terravin, que finalizou o jogo em primeiro lugar.
That was effectively a 44, low 44, dare I say almost 43.
Bom, RPG está em segundo.
A world record. We are getting
Huds ainda em último.
could be a world record. He knows how to do it on a map, I tell you. So it'll be interesting to see. I think he needs to have a little look over because there might have been a glitch somewhere. But hey, big GGs. But
Huge
we've
GGs,
got
Terravin.
Ok, RPG já derrotou o Robotnik.
second/third place.
Já está indo para o segundo Robotnik.
RPG, both on Uwe. Huds has got a little more to deal with. Anything can happen on the final boss, so RPG is certainly not safe yet.
Anything can happen. It'll probably be me dying. Seems to be a marathon favorite of mine at the moment.
More likely than you think.
Can we see if we can get confirmation from Terravin on what his time was?
We can certainly try. I will,
He's now looking into it. 44:07.
supposedly.
Assuming he didn't glitch, I make that a 26.
É que eles estão jogando. Oh não, o RPG tomou uma morte.
Information on the glitch. Terravin.
And even
Com isso, agora Huds está em segundo lugar.
the glitch world record as well, even without all of the tricks. Oh no!
É que é uma versão modificada de Sonic 3, que eles estão jogando.
Huds, no bad.
Thanks.
Então, eles alteraram essa versão modificada. Tem umas coisas. O RPG tomou mais uma por esmagamento agora.
So he can't afford to
Enquanto isso, o Huds já finalizou o Robotnik. Ele...
Luckily, he has 53 more lives, so
Só que o problema é que RPG não tem mais, né? Então ele precisa ter muito cuidado.
But Hud's coming up to the end. He's just got to land a couple of hits on Eggman here as he flies away with the Master Emerald. We can't be letting them get away.
unfortunately, Terravin can't tell if he actually glitched or not.
And that is Hud's finished, and he's finished with the
Huds terminando em segundo lugar.
eye on how the end of this cutscene finishes.
E com isso, o RPG fica em terceiro.
GG's for Huds.
GG para Huds.
And everybody, give your energy to RPG. It was
E
a very tight race.
pronto, agora finalmente o RPG conseguiu derrotar o Robotnik.
Hyperless on the last boss.
Agora vai derrotar o Robotnik 3 agora.
Just spin dash into the boss once, spin dash jump again,
Meu Deus.
and then just keep hitting him as he flies away, getting the occasional hit with a hammer.
RPG. Ok, conseguiu.
On the left there.
jump's tight.
And that is GG's for RPG as well.
GG para o RPG,
Everybody, I hope you
terminando a corrida em terceiro lugar.
funny with the funny AV animation. You might see it again later, but
RPG is also doing it.
nice. You love to see it. You really do love to see it.
Congratulations to Terravin on winning the Amy New Game Plus glitchless race.
Gente, que corrida!
We believe 27
Uma corrida muito interessante ao mesmo tempo, porque eu não esperava uns efeitos sonoros desses.
Mushroom Hill. We'll check that
GG para os 3 runners.
But yeah, and GG's as well to RPG, sadly taking a couple of deaths there at the end, but a fantastic run nevertheless. Chaps, I don't know if you guys want to speak on mic at all and just say any final words. RPG, are you there?
Yeah. So I'd just like to say, thank you very much for having me. If you enjoyed watching these sound effects...
Sim, vai ter mais runs. Sim, JP, o próximo jogo será Sonic Robo Blast 2?
We love Colin. Colin's fantastic. Thank you, RPG. Terravin, are you there?
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean...
Se você digitar exclamação Retrothon no chat ou exclamação agenda, você terá acesso à agenda do evento que a Speed Game está retransmitindo oficialmente. O evento vai até dia 2 de maio. A Retrothon 7 dias, 24 horas de speedruns de jogos antigos. E esse evento vai até dia 2 de maio.
Let's have a quick look.
We're doing it on stream.
Doing it on stream, why not? Let's verify it now.
We'll do it live.
I would say no, that's not a glitch. I would personally call that as the supermod and as a verifier for it, given the state of that particular piece of scenery, I would call that as not a glitch and that is a valid world record.
Oh, Terravin, well done. Getting another world record in a race.
Congratulations. Phenomenal run. And yeah, just to any final words, Terravin, where can the lovely people find you if they want to see more incredible runs?
Well, you can find me on twitch.tv/Terravin_. I don't know how often I stream, but you might see me.
Wonderful.
That's about it.
That's great, and yeah, that's all from me, huds601. I'm always doing Sonic 3L or various other Sonic games. Again, come drop me a follow on twitch.tv/huds601. It'd be lovely to see you all there. I really hope you guys enjoyed that race. Stick around for more from Retrothon. The Sonic block is coming to an end. The finale, we have RGLtv coming up next, who's going to be doing Sonic Robo Blast 2, Sonic All Emeralds, and then finishing off with an incredible Sonic Mania run. Don't go anywhere.
Bom, se você gostou desta corrida e quiser seguir algum dos 3 runners, aí está o link no chat dos canais deles.